Hi everybody, this is Johnny, and this is the video annotation worksheet. And these are the elements that you want to show in your video clips. I've made tables that show all the things that are necessary to do well by the rubrics. I'll go over those in just a moment. This annotation tool lines up with what is expected in the rubrics. Use this tool and you will be fine by all the rubric requirements. So we're going to read through this. There are 2 video clips. Each of the video clips needs to be at least 3 minutes long, but no more than 20 minutes. They cannot be broken in any way. You cannot clip them, edit them. It needs to be continuous. You start the video, it runs the full 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you end it. No edits. First, the 2 videos should be organized probably in this way. This is my suggestion. Your first video clip should probably focus on the beginning of the lesson, where you set the positive learning environment, give attention to prior knowledge, connect to students' assets, and model the essential literacy strategy. So you can think about this as the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of your lesson. And you're trying to get these things in those first 5 or 10 minutes of the lesson. The second video clip should probably focus on students engaging and practicing the essential literacy strategy, students engaging and practicing the related skills, the teacher eliciting student responses to learning, the teacher building on student responses, the teacher giving feedback to students, and more positive, respectful interactions between teachers and students, and more positive, respectful interactions between the students. Now, one last thing about these 2 clips. They can come from different days, from different lessons, or they can come from the same lesson. You make a good choice for yourself. So here's my suggestion for you. As you annotate your clips below, write descriptors that will work in the commentary. So you're setting yourself up with this as a tool, so when you get to the commentary, you can say, oh, that's the perfect thing for me to give evidence here for whatever the prompt is. And there are different elements. The first one here is respect, rapport, positive learning environment. I'll go through these in a moment. Another set of considerations, student engagement, prior learning, asset-based instruction. And again, straight up from the rubrics, this is about you eliciting and building on student responses. And lastly, modeling and practicing. Again, these are completely straight towards the rubrics. So let's look at the first one. Positive and respectful. Respect, rapport, positive learning environment. You can see there's respect for students, rapport with students, mutual respect among students, positive learning environment, responsive to students with varied needs, opportunities for students to express varied perspectives. These are straight from the prompts, and again, they line up with the rubrics. Here's a simple example of what you might do. You might write which clip, clip 1, timestamp 1 minute 34 seconds in, and a descriptor. For respect for students, I remind students of the good work they did in the last lesson. So you can imagine using these cells here to set out your annotations, the clip number, the timestamp, and what fits with that, what fits with rapport, what fits with mutual respect, positive learning environment. The other suggestion I have, a very, very important suggestion, is that you do this with and for your peers. So you can imagine your peers watching the video with you, and then they can make suggestions about where the annotations fit and what annotations to give. Tends to be that people who watch their own videos don't see things, or they're too critical and don't offer themselves or take credit for good things in their videos. So do find some peers and have them watch the videos with you or not, and have them help you annotate this along the way. And of course, if they're going to do that for you, you should do that for your peers as well. So this is respect, rapport, positive learning environment. You see the elements that are necessary, fitting right with the rubrics. The second consideration is student engagement, prior learning, asset-based instruction, and these all fit straight up with the prompts in the rubric. Here are the considerations. Students engaged in learning tasks focused on essential literacy strategy. Students engaged in learning tasks focused on related skills. This is where you're describing the actual activity of your lesson, where kids are doing things because of your good teaching. And these two, the last two here, instruction links to prior academic learning and instruction links to personal, cultural, or community assets. So this is student engagement, prior learning, and asset-based instruction. So this is eliciting and building on. Teacher elicits student responses that involve the essential literacy strategy. Teacher builds on student responses involving the essential literacy strategy. So you can see both about the essential literacy strategy, eliciting and building on. That's you doing that work. And then aside from essential literacy strategy, we need to think about related skills. Teacher elicits student responses that involve related skills, so eliciting. And then teacher builds on student responses involving related skills. So this is eliciting and building on. And we have one last one, modeling and practicing. Teacher models the essential literacy strategy. Students practice the essential literacy strategy. So again, these are straight from the prompts and fit straight with the rubrics. I do hope this will be helpful for you. Remember, first clip should probably be that front end of your lesson. Second clip, the heart of your lesson. Clips can come from more than one lesson. Do have these in mind as you're recording. Then you will be set up to annotate really, really well. In fact, if you worked all of your lessons to ensure that you have all these elements, you will have a great TPA. This is the video annotation worksheet, and I do hope that it will be helpful for you.